I'm Michaela Chester for NCAA.com, and I'm joined by Yumi Garcia today from the Charlotte 49ers. And Yumi, your first year at Charlotte, she broke the 49ers all season digs record of 571 with 617 digs. Then your second year, you broke your record again with 681, and then you hit 1,000 career digs in just 46 matches. And not only that, but leading the entire country with 6.53 digs per set. So tell me a little bit about how you were breaking so many records and what your style of play is to accomplish this.
I think my style of play is just go for every single ball, and even if I don't get the touch in the first ball, I know that like the next one I'm closer to like put the ball up, and that's kind of like my mentality to when like I'm playing volleyball. Nothing is impossible.
And you grew up in Brazil in a small town, and then you left home to come to the United States to play volleyball. So that must be really difficult to do. Tell me a little bit about your journey. Worth it.
So I started playing volleyball when I was like 10, and I actually like started playing volleyball in a really small town in like a small state in Brazil. But then when I was like 14, I wanted to like kind of like play in a higher level. And yeah, so like I moved out of my family house. And then after I graduated from high school, I decided that I want to keep playing volleyball. So I ended up like going to a small school. And after my freshman year, I was just like, I want to play in a higher level. So I ended up like here.
And what makes this whole journey that you went on worth it for you?
I feel like I learned so much, and that's like the biggest takeaway that I have. It wasn't easy, of course, but you just learn so much and you grow so much as a person that it's just worth it.
And not a lot of people would be capable of doing what you're doing, and not only leaving home and coming to a new country and a new place and everything that you were doing, but also doing as well as you're doing. So what do you attribute your success to?
I think my family, my mom was like my biggest supporter. There's like a lot of times that I thought about giving up, and it was hard, and I was just like calling her, like crying the first couple of months after I moved out of my house, and but she was just like, "You started this, so finish," you know. Yeah, so she like always like never let me like give up or anything when like during the hard moments.
Have a second to take it all in and really reflect on what you're doing and think about what it means for you, not just on the volleyball court, but in your life as well.
um I feel like volleyball in my life is probably like uh the best experience I've like had, because I've learned so much, and like most of the time I didn't really know like what was gonna happen. And but it's just like not only on the court that like I obviously had like great moments on the court, but off the court too. Like you just make friends, and you just get to know a lot of people and places. And like I said before, I learned a lot.
How would you describe your success on the court translating to help your team and your program at Charlotte?
It's like the only reason why I do what I do is because I have them by my side, and that's not like only like my accomplishment, but like their accomplishment too.
And lastly, Yumi, what are your personal goals this season? I know there's a few more records to break, and then what are your team's goals?
So my personal goal is to I have like two main goals, which is like, and now that like I'm leading the nation, I'm like creating another goal to like maintain into the end of the season as like a leader. But my two main personal goal is like to break Conference USA all-time record for a single season in digs, and break all-time like career record here in Charlotte. But I would have to do that in 3 years, and the record was made like in 4 years. So I'm gonna have to work really hard for that. Um, yeah, and like for team, finish like top 5 in our conference and get the ring. Obviously, that's like my team like goal.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Yumi. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too.